My name is Gibbons, and I'm really excited to be talking about expressive figure drawing. And I had, when I was preparing for this, I thought, what do I mean by this? And I found the greatest little section in a book from 1965 on drawing the figure for painting and illustration. And I'll just want to read a couple of quotes from it, that it just nailed it for me. That basically the first thing they say is the figure in action is the figure alive. Since action expresses life, it ranges from the slightest quiver to the most violent acrobatics. It is gesture, emotion, attitude, and expression. Even the figure at rest is a result of actions that prepared for that rest. So the other thing that is exactly what I wanted to talk about is this, that in coping with the problems of delineating action, one of the most important allies is empathy, the ability to imagine ourselves in the body with which we depict. If we can feel the action in our own muscles and bones, then combine that feeling with our acquired knowledge of the figure, we are on our way to a successful solution. So that's what I want to talk about, and that's what I want us to do together, to kind of get some basic understanding of how to get the figure in action. It's really rare, if you think about it. Go ahead, Don. It's really rare to have somebody who's standing straight up and down and not moving in some way. It's almost never do you do that. And the first thing that I loved, and I studied drawing for, mostly on my own, but I kind of sent myself to art school, of just taking classes and practicing on the subway or just drawing, trying to figure out how to draw anything. And this little solution to me was the absolute best understanding drawing the figure in motion or the figure expressing anything. And it's called the action line. Has anybody drawn with this idea? It's basically, because that's basically the action line kind of goes with the spine. So it's sort of the first thing to do in a sketch is, what's the action line? And it's this. It's kind of the first identifying thing of how is the person moving, and the action line is the same as the spine, but it's kind of do the movement like, and it's never this. The spine doesn't do that. It's this, this, this. And it seems deceptively simple, but that basic shape, that basic start of that curve is the beginning of a drawing. So my first suggestion is start with the action line and figure. And then we have the shoulders and the pelvis. And one of the things when you draw, if you're drawing a figure like this, you're not allowing for twisting, which is what almost always, the torso twists. So you separate the shoulders and rib cage from the pelvis is how you show different movements. So first the line of action, and then shoulders and pelvis. And right now I'm just going to make them up. I don't know where they're going to go, but okay, the shoulders go there and the pelvis goes there. And on this one we'll put the shoulders there, the pelvis here. The shoulders, the pelvis. And it's kind of based on what is the body doing. Oh, let me get the body up there. So here, with these kids, it's sort of the action line is right that way, like whoosh. And it's, I really was doing this as I was thinking. I was telling my husband, it's like, that really is to think of it as flowing movement. So it's kind of swish, 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 and you see the the pelvis is going this way and the shoulders are going that way. So that's step 2 of the shoulders and pelvis. And then I like to do the head next. Then what's the head doing? And you don't attach the head to the pelvis, it's above. Like you can ignore the neck, you can get that later. But is the head going this way? I mean, when you're doing a figure, this will say so much of is the person, you know, well, like if I'm doing this, it really matters, is my head going this way or that way? So that's the next thing to identify, where do you place this? So it could be there, it could be there, like the person's looking out that way, or that way. So then you're starting to get the feeling of the body, and then it's the arms and the legs, thinking of the joints here. And again, based on what the figure's doing, the arms can be kind of straight, and also they're rarely totally straight, like a ruler. They can be more like this, or, you know, really a right angle, but it's kind of one line. So it could be this, that. And then same with the legs, kind of it's either, again, actually the legs are rarely stiff, totally stiff. It could be that, it could be this. And again, so it's one line. What's the leg doing? Either do it at a right angle, then, you know, do two angles in your line, or just one, based on the image.
Can you show us what that technique has to do with images?
Yes. So, yeah, let me, so actually, let's do this first. Bigger. So, there's so we have that, and then the shoulders, the pelvis, the head, and then we're going to do the arms. The legs are coming out, and actually often when you're drawing the figure, you won't see all of it, and that can kind of trip you up, but you don't see it, so it's not there. You kind of picture it, but you're not going to draw it because like that leg isn't showing. Don't worry about it, it's not there. It's for your purposes, it's not there. So in this case, and actually I come in, so that's my first basic thing. And then hands and feet. And they matter too. It's kind of the feet. The hands can be one, just a simple one arm, but usually there's the thumb. I'm actually not doing his. And I wouldn't bother when the kind of sketching we're doing to do fingers is not worth it, probably. It depends. I mean, if you want to get that specific, but it's not necessary for a quick, really what I'm talking about is quick sketching to kind of demystify trying to draw anybody. Like right now, if I were drawing you, it would be, okay, the spine, the legs, this. And later you refine it. Once you get this stuff down, the rest is just fun. It's like, it's just adding, it's building on. It's like as if you've got the foundation of the house, where the, you know, the worst of all the mechanical stuff is in, and then you get to decorate. That's kind of how I see this. So the more you learn about the basic, the more fun you can have later, because you're not going to find, oh my God, the hip is way out of, it doesn't add up. The feet are too, the legs are too long, or whatever. It's kind of just getting the feeling. And, so, okay, and then the feet are going up. And that's So that's that person, and then the girl is, okay, we'll go. So her pelvis is kind of more in line with her shoulders, and her head is kind of looking down. Actually, don't worry about the lady can get the nose of what exactly the head is doing. Then we have the arms going out, out. And I think you can't really see her second leg, but it's basically like that. So as I say, once you get that, you can, you can start refining it. And, because the action line, you can do it, and then this could end up, the action, you make it up. It's sort of what seems right. This is literally the spine, or this is the arc of the movement. And this much is the spine, and the movement is something like this. But anyway, let's try another example. Ah, perfect. So, the movement, the arc, like the line of action is just a swish, right like that. And then this pelvis, the pelvis is kind of tilted toward us, so kind of like that. And this is going this way. The head is down there. And then we have our joints here. So this one is going straight out. And this one is going, we can see it's sort of not a total straight line, a curve, and then it's coming to the thigh, and then the calf. And then the arms are, actually, they look pretty straight. So we're going up and up. And the hands, as I say again, I just not worry about the details, just a shape that looks like the foot, something to just finish it off. And then, once you have that, then you can go kind of, oh, okay, put meat on the bones, literally. Okay, this is, and his head is coming down. So it's not accurate, but it's a quick, basically that's the idea of, so again, let me say it's line of action, shoulders, pelvis, arms, and legs, hands and feet. And this is something you can do anytime, anywhere, like watching people and just, at the airport, a delay or something, and see somebody sitting. And so how are they sitting? Or somebody's leaning against a counter. Like in this case, every time the spine tilts, it affects the rest of the body. So if this is going down and this is going up, then this leg is longer, this one has to do something to compensate. So if I'm, if I lean this way, this is going down, this is going up, so this leg is going to bend. So it's kind of not to overanalyze it, but there's always, it's kind of, that's why the spine and the line of action are so important, because it directs everything else from there. So would everybody like to try this? I have a timer here, and I think we'll do this for a minute of show those pictures. And or we can just do the first, just try to do the boy in front. And just and it also helps to, when you're drawing, to think about the feeling. Like this one is a really fun movement. This kid, they're jumping into the water. It's a really gleeful thing. So kind of feel that in your own body as you're doing it. And as I said, try to get into the body of the person that you're drawing, and just literally go with the flow of the body. So I'm going to start, we did 15-second sketches in the faces. I'm going to do it a little longer because it's, I think I'll do the first one as a minute, and tell me if it seems too long. We can go shorter and shorter, but I think the first is just take your time, figuring out how to do that. So you ready? Everybody has paper and Sketchnote pen. So, okay, go ahead, go. Just the first person, the first guy, unless you have time to do the second. Okay. Did that seem like enough time, too much time for this basic, simple sketch? Were you able to get just the quickest, switch with? Okay, well, let's try the next one. So we'll do this for a minute again. Okay, ready? Go. Any questions? How did that go for people? Would anybody like to share what they did up here? Okay, great.
On the first one, the spine was too long, so when I tried to put the meat on the bones, it looks like a huge body in small ones.
Well, actually, one thing with this, you can do those correcting things, you know, it's just correct later. And, you know, I was saying in the other class that the first illustration course I did, we were not allowed to use pencil or eraser. It was just all line, an ink pen. And to just get used to not worrying about getting it wrong, you know, learn from getting it wrong and just correct it. Even if it ends up looking like a mess, you're learning from it and you're finding the right line. Like you were able to see the spine's too long, it doesn't make sense. And then just kind of correct it. And if you're actually doing a drawing, you could do this in where you want a finished product. You do it in this part in a light gray, a very light gray, and then it will get covered by whatever, you know, then you can correct it, and when you cover it with black or any color, the mistake will not be, it'll be invisible. So you can, Actually, so here's another, you know, one of the things about the body moving is, or not moving, but expressing here, it's for all kinds of emotions. So here we have the spine. You can't really see it, but it's basically, he's slumped over, so it's going to be in here.
It'd be interesting for you to just draw around top of it.
You know, I wish that's what I was doing on mine. But I can't, I didn't bring it to Procreate it, I wasn't able to take it to
Yeah. And start on the whiteboard.
Oh, duh, excuse me. I'm here, I'm thinking of the screen. Oh my God, thank you. Because didn't we have the screen down before?
Yeah.
Stop, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, that's great.
It's
so much easier.
iPad, just go to explain everything, and you can click the slides in it, and you
I
can
know.
draw on it.
Right, that's what that was my aim, and I didn't get it. Okay, so the spine is a little vague. The spine would be like this. The shoulders are like that. The hips. This one is not so much movement in the spine, and then actually just seeing what's next. The head is way down. And then we don't see this part of the arm, but we know it's there, so it's coming toward us. So it's sort of, we can't see it, but it's coming up here. Same thing with the leg. We don't see the thigh, but we see the calf. And then the hand. I'm doing these cartoony just for the sake of getting it down. So then from there, you'd be embellishing in whatever way. And this is where, like, for purposes of sketchnoting, the simplest, I mean, often I do hardly any detail of clothing. You can just do dark shade, but do this all in, you know, do a black outline and color this red, blue, brown, whatever. But you don't really, probably not going to get into the details, although a little bit of detail could add, but it's not necessary. It's kind of more important to get the feeling and the feeling of the body and what the skeleton is doing underneath.
And
Yes?
I found this one to be the hardest one for me because of all the hidden
Right, I know, it's interesting, this one, when you see this, it's like, oh my God. But that one is, you're
Yeah.
seeing everything, and when somebody is like this.
I think it's because with the other ones, you can see that around the line of action, there's an implied balance. Whereas with this one, I don't see the implied balance because of all the hidden parts of the.
In my sketch workshop, I will say, draw like the Egyptians. As long as you are on the paper plan, it's very easy to draw people, you know. As soon as you add the foreshortening, it's amazing. It's very nice.
I don't know if people can hear it, but you're saying, if you draw Egyptian, like, you know, flat, you can get everything. It's kind of easier to draw the body when you're going for short, and that's when it gets complicated, that you get tripped up by what you can't see. But I think it's kind of, yeah, and actually, so the idea with this is, it's somebody who's depressed and his body is hardly moving, and so it's kind of, it's like a shape. There's another way to draw this, but it's not the way I think, but it could be, you know, kind of just more, I mean, I'm just making this up, but sort of, it's a terrible version, but kind of what's the shape? If that's the clearest thing, if you're seeing a person, and the clearest thing is to draw a shape and not the skeleton, then go for it. It's sort of whatever works. So we didn't sketch this yet, right? Did we try this?
We did it on
Oh, okay. Do you want to try that again with the timer? Just try a different one. Okay. Okay. So here's another where it's not a lot of action, but quick cross, arms out, arms out. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the head, but the head would be just right like that. And then the hands right around the head. And from there, you just embellish. And again, as I said, if you want to, if it's something you want more finished, then do the line of action, the basic lines in the light gray, and then come over and then embellish. So let's try this one. And let's do 30 seconds. Okay, ready? Go. So, I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about the face here, which is the prime thing in this drawing. Because this is kind of a hybrid. My feeling is if you want to do an expressive face, you should just do the face and forget about the figure except for the shoulders. If you want the body to be expressing the movement, don't bother with the face, because it gets too complicated. If the body is showing the feeling and you try to put it in the face too, they kind of end up competing in a simple sketch. But this one is a little different because it's sort of a halfway, and it's so clear. It's his face is the main thing, but also this is a great one. This is something I use a lot in sketchbooks, where it's kind of if somebody's frustrated or really happy, showing the arms with the face, with this. it's sort of what is he thinking, you know. So it's kind of a person like that with what's making them happy is a good way to identify content. Here's a good example. So the action line is coming this way. This hip is this way, here. The head is in front of the shoulders. And then we have the arms down, across. And actually here, the thigh is coming in front of the pelvis, so it's kind of the same line. And then this one down. And this is another that with a balloon of him saying something or thinking something, or like here, it's just clear what the emotion is about with just simple figure and a word or two. So I'll do this one for a minute and see how far you get after just getting the basic action lines down. See if you can just see how far you get with it. So it'll be a minute and go. Sorry about that. So how did that go? Did it feel like enough time to get beyond the basic lines? Any questions, any comments?
Fantastic. Really simplified sketch. What I've been doing is just erasing the spine and keeping the body in a rectangular shape, and then keeping the sticks, and the arms and the legs and sticks. And so just having the center is good for the Sketchnote instead of embellishing it with the clothing after.
Okay, so Sylvia is saying that she found erasing the spine, once you get it in, erase it and just do the torso in the shape of the spine.
Well, that, for example, this, I'm not going to draw it, but your example here, so I would get rid of this.
Right.
And I would just keep the lines for the arms and keep the lines for the legs. And then that creates, to me, That's all I need in my sketch notes, right? So then I would just go like this way, and like that way, and that's fine. Like without embellishing the clothing.
Okay. Anybody else?
I agree completely, that's the way I'm more comfortable doing it too.
Oh, okay.
My embellishing of the clothes and the body, it just gets to be too much.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that's such a cool, it's such a cool technique.
I love it.
Okay, I personally, I can't, that I'd like to do more, but it would be just a thicker marker, like a thicker marker coming over the leg, but just follow it, and it's thicker, so it becomes a leg, you know, but I agree, there's so, I mean, for simple sketches, you need very little. And you don't really need expressive figures, but it's just, they say more if you, and it's kind of a way to, just different ways to express the feelings of the content that you're doing. Okay, let's see, this was. I want to focus on the body, because we did faces earlier. I was going to put faces in here, but I think the body, you could spend plenty of time on just the body. So here's another gross person. Again, spine down. And again, to show like somebody miserable, it's you can the shoulders, having the shoulders like the head sort of in front of the shoulders, or sometimes if you want to really exaggerate, you can just go higher to show a really miserable person. But definitely you can see it here that the head is low down, and then the arms, and hands. So let's try that for 15 seconds. Okay, ready? Go ahead. Okay. Sorry, this is again. This one is a good one also for sketch noting, when you want somebody has nailed something or they're really thrilled about anything. And here's actually the tie kind of shows the spine a little bit. So there. The head, again, is the shoulders are behind the head. Here. So, oh, and actually this, oh, okay, let's do this again. So within 15 seconds, ready, and go. So one thing I want to just say, I want to to draw some from life, like have somebody, I'm not sure if we can see it, but to draw one another with in a shape, you know, in this way. And this could be kind of big, but because I don't think the people in the back can see if somebody does something here and you can't see it, is that right? You can't see the body. But would anybody be interested in posing on these chairs for a 15-minute sketch? Well, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll do something and just take 15 seconds and go. Okay. Go. So is that different?
Yeah.
Too fast.
Should we do it again?
Yeah.
55.
I'll do 30. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, ready? Okay, go. That's a relief. Would anybody else like to try it? Anybody else, any volunteers to come up and do any? Doesn't need to be dramatic. Go. 30 seconds. Thank you. Somebody else? Anybody?
I was just going to comment, again, I found that one more difficult because there were entire parts that were hidden. It makes it just difficult to have to extrapolate.
So the comment was that this one was harder because there's hidden parts of the body and it makes it, it's a challenge to extrapolate.
Yeah, my biggest problem was my spine, my line of action or whatever. It looked funny because I had no hip yet to put that fist on, you know, so I was just hanging out there.
Well, you know, one of the things in this, like it's one thing if you're drawing somebody and you want it to be accurate, you're in a life drawing class and you want to get it right. The kind of drawing we want to do, we want to make it totally understandable. So you don't make it complicated, we keep it where you can see everything. And you know, one thing I'm thinking is there that what's the word? A pose that would be common to use in sketch recording, like that one. Like yours was good, like a, you know, iconic. But something, anything else?
Yeah, sort of champion hands up kind of one. There's one I love it. And where or up?
Because they can't see. There you go.
look at my notes.
Put the nose above the because the head is articulated a bit here. So
Was that 3 minutes? It felt like 10.
put the
30
nose
seconds.
above the ear, and it's tilted backward. So
It's not easy to do this. I'm thinking, what am I doing here? Who else would anybody else like to do one or describe, like actually, there's another one.
Can we, you had a great suggestion for the head.
Oh, okay.
and the head is
Just a
articulated.
second, he's gonna, go ahead.
The head is articulated at the ears. So if you put the nose above the ears, it's looking across. Ah, sorry.
He's just gonna shift these
If you have the ears, it's where the neck is articulated. So if you put the nose above the line of the ears, the head is tilted backward, and if you put the nose below the line of the ears, the head is tilted downward. I don't know if it's clear. Because this is where it's articulated, so the nose is moving out.
And then you add the eyes to.
You can add the eyes. It's the eyes are really at the same level than the body there. Yeah.
Or are you doing the 2 line?
Yeah, then I was just gonna say, can the
I have a double chin, so that's not.
Could you do this, like with
If you want, you can add chin.
No, I don't know that.
The easiest way is just to add the mouth. No, you can add.
Could you do Michelle's arms? How we just put the arms in?
Shoulder.
Oh, great, great. So actually the nose, you don't really do the chin. You don't
No,
do
not in
that.
Sketchnote.
You kind of, you get the idea that the nose is up. That's great, okay. All right, so we're gonna do another.
Maybe I should use it.
Oh, okay. Of the body?
Yes, the body. Sometimes I think that my hands are too long. Every day I'll have to
Okay, do you want to stand up a little? So, if you just put your hands, just give me right now, just about the border. So, if you see, there's, I don't have it up, the body is divided into 8 parts. And if anyone else can remember this, I don't have it down in my head, somebody else can describe it.
7.
Oh, 7 parts, okay, so then,
The head is 7th of the body.
okay, so the head is a 7th, and then what happens? I'm sorry, this is just,
They always use the elbow for the
elbow,
waist.
For the waist.
And then you have the beginning of the hand, the waist and the hip.
okay, let's do that again. The head is a 7th of the body, and then the elbow at the waist, right?
And at the beginning of the hand, so when your wrist.
And wrist at the and wrist at the hip.
But you have a part, and with men it's a little bit more difficult. See the other?
And then, does anyone, like, if that's 1/7, then what part is the legs? I don't know. It's like half, or
That's on the
About half,
top
right.
eight of the body.
the pelvis is sort of halfway, okay?
Do you mind? It's a head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Change the marker.
Yes, it's a lot of work. This one's.
6, 7. So in comics, American comics it's 8 heads, and manga is more 6. Disney is 6 most of the time. So one head, about a third of the head, you have the shoulder line. One head below, you have the breast line. And then the nostril is still one head below, about. Then the so shoulders, about a third of head, breast, the breast is about middle, the nostril will be about here, then the same length. Don't know if it's clear.
Okay. So perfect, thank you. Thank you. That's great. So finally, okay, everybody ready? All right, so it's 30 seconds, let's go. Thank you. Somebody else? Anything that you have trouble drawing that you'd like us to we could get up here and analyze it? Kind of look at what is the body doing? Anything you'd like to be able to draw for sketchnoting?
Or walking.
People walking. Okay. Oh, actually, I have a photo of that. I think people walking is one of the hardest because it's subtle. It's not dramatic, you're just kind of moving, and it all matters very much, and it's easy to get a bit ridiculous, like legs don't do that. So basically, pelvis, and also the pelvis it's not going to be that dramatic, most likely. And then it's a little tilted, Yeah. Oh, and actually now, we can see what we just learned. So that's where, to me, it's tricky because the legs are only sort of crossing each other. It's kind of subtle, but if you just think, it's always that the leg moving forward, yeah, that it's opposites. Is this right? Now you're walking. It's kind of, they're opposite, and now I'm not sure how to describe it, but. Yes, okay. The forward, if the leg is going forward, the arm is going back. That's it. So forward and back. So that's one thing to think right away. It's sort of get the spine and then, and actually it can be, well, I won't get into it, but it's basically think of that, which leg is in front, then that arm is going to go back. Yeah. And actually, I think one of the hardest things to me to draw from life is somebody walking. And it so has to be a quick sketch, and it's really frustrating, but then if you do it, you'll realize you got it. They look like they're walking. It's just a few quick lines, but it's believable if you don't think about it too much. So let's try this one. Now, I'll do 30 seconds, because it's getting late, and if we have time, if you want to just do one of the people, or do both if you can fit them in. So 30 seconds, and go. How did that go? Was it enough time? You want one more 30 seconds? So, any questions, or is there anybody who would like to share something they do that works with figures before we wrap up? Any of your techniques? Any questions?
I do emphasis that figure to me, I got it from Gibbons, that his body stands a quarter head, a quarter chest, it fits halfway. And it just means that the head is so much bigger because of the expression in place. So I tend to be very out of proportion when I do my stuff. So I really enjoy this session.
Oh, okay.
But that is something I do a lot of.
Oh, well, actually, Michelle is saying she follows Dan Rowe's technique, which is doing a bigger head.
Yeah, so it's a quarter head.
So it's a quarter head. And that, if you want to do an expressive face on your figure, that I would do. When you're doing it this size, it's just not worth it. If anything, dots.
Yeah, but if I see this.
Right. And then actually, we've done this, the point of this is to kind of get used to how to draw the figure, how to understand what's happening underneath. But once you get that, you can make it up, exaggerate, like you were saying the torso, if the torso was too long. You could do a string bean person and have it be a funny, out of proportion, drawing. So it's kind of, this is just to get the fundamentals. If you want to understand what's happening, to always start here. And this is also what I wanted to say, is sometimes I will just do a bunch of those lines and kind of fill them in here, and then decide, is the person walking a dog, is the person dancing, are they carrying something big, and just kind of use it from your imagination, build whatever you want, just using this basic thing, because, or it's somebody dancing, or it could be tennis, it's sort of, what do you feel like making this person do? You can do it from your head. You sort of just start with the essentials, and then as people move in countless different ways, doing countless different things, and it's sort of whatever you want it to be. So I think that's basically it. Thank you.